Everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dig into a challenge that every single warehouse faces, just keeping things moving. We're jumping into SAP EWM to really demystify two super important processes, ad hoc movements and replenishment. Trust me, understanding these can literally make or break your entire operation.
Okay, so let's start with a scenario that is, well, pretty much every warehouse manager's worst nightmare. You've got that top priority order, the truck is literally waiting at the dock, and the whole operation just stops. And why? Because a picker gets to the bin and it's empty. Just like that, your whole process is stuck. This one little problem can cause huge delays, tick off your customers, and yeah, it costs you real money. So, what do you do?
Well, in SAP EWM, you've basically got two ways to play this. Think of it like having two different tools in your toolkit. One is for the immediate, oh no, emergency fixes, and the other, that's your long-term strategic plan to make sure this problem never even happens again.
To really wrap your head around this, let's use an analogy. Picture your warehouse as a giant supermarket. You know the shelves where you and I grab our stuff? Those are your picking bins. And that big storeroom in the back, the one packed with all the extra inventory, that's your reserve storage area.
So what's the number one rule of running a good supermarket? You can never, ever let the shelves get empty, right? Especially for the popular stuff. If the shelf is bare, customers can't buy and business just stops. And you know what? The exact same principle applies inside your warehouse. Keeping those picking bins full isn't just a nice to have, it is everything.
And that brings us right to the two big mindsets for keeping those shelves or picking bins full. You've got the quick fix, which is how you react when you find an empty bin, and then you have the smart plan, which is your proactive strategy to make sure it doesn't get empty in the first place. This slide lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you have that quick fix, the ad hoc movement. Think of this as your firefighter mode. It's reactive, it's manual, and you use it to solve those one-off, unexpected problems. You basically create it on the fly. Then, on the other side, you've got the smart plan, replenishment. This is all about being proactive. It's a systematic, planned process designed to keep everything efficient by filling those picking bins from your reserve stock before they become a problem.
So yeah, to put it simply, an ad hoc movement is your essential firefighting tool. It's a warehouse task you create yourself, right then and there, to solve some urgent, unplanned need. It's incredibly powerful and flexible, but let's be real. If you're using these all day long, that's probably a sign of a much bigger issue.
Replenishment, on the other hand, is your fire prevention system. It's this awesome strategic process that just runs in the background. And it all works based on rules that you set up beforehand. Its entire job is to systematically make sure your picking locations are always stocked, stopping that empty bin problem before it can ever hold up an order. Okay, so if replenishment is our smart plan, how do we actually do it? Well, this is the cool part. SAP EWM gives you a whole playbook. It's not a one-size-fits-all deal. You actually get different methods, or flavors, if you will, to use depending on what you're trying to do. And in that playbook, there are 4 core strategies, 4 different ways you can systematically keep your warehouse stocked up and ready to go. So let's break them down.
All right, check out this chart. First up, you have planned replenishment. This is the classic approach, right? The stock in a bin drops below a minimum level you've set, and boom, the system generates a task to refill it. This is fantastic for just maintaining the general health of your stock for your steady moving products. Next, there's automatic replenishment. This one is triggered the very second a picker confirms they've picked something. It's like an immediate one out, one in logic. It's perfect for your fastest moving items that you need to keep topped up constantly. Third, we've got order-related replenishment. Now this one is laser-focused. It doesn't really care about minimum stock levels. It looks directly at your open orders and just makes sure there's enough stock to fulfill what you need right now. This is amazing for items with unpredictable demand. And finally, there's direct replenishment. Think of this as your ultimate safety net. It's triggered by a failure, like a picker hitting a button that says, hey, this bin is empty. The system can then create an urgent task right on the spot to fix the problem. To really see how slick this can be, let's zoom in on one of the most powerful methods out there, automatic replenishment. It's just a perfect example of the system working for you, seamlessly in the background. So how's it work?
It's a beautifully simple 3-step dance. First, the pick. A worker picks an item from the bin and confirms the task is done. The moment they do that, we get the trigger. The system instantly checks the new stock level, sees it's now dropped below the minimum you defined, and then the refill. A new task is automatically created to move more product from the reserve to that picking bin.
just like that. And the best part? Nobody had to do anything manually. It's just a perfectly timed, efficient system doing its job.
So, let's bring this all home. The journey to mastering your warehouse isn't just about learning transactions or buttons to click. It's about a fundamental shift in your mindset, moving away from constantly being reactive and instead becoming strategically proactive.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Well, remember these key things. You've got two powerful tools. Ad hoc movements? Absolutely use them. But for the unplanned exceptions, for putting out fires, your main strategy, your day-to-day, has to be replenishment. That's your system for preventing fires in the first place. The real magic is choosing the right replenishment method for the right goal. And the ultimate objective? To create a warehouse that runs on a proactive, smooth, and just crazy efficient flow.
So, I want to leave you with this one last thought. When you get this right, when you combine these tools effectively, you change the entire nature of your operation. So you have to ask yourself, is your warehouse just moving boxes, just constantly reacting to problems as they pop up? Or is it a finely tuned engine, building momentum with every single planned move? That is the difference between working hard and working smart.
Welcome.